Center for Food Safety and Agricultural Research has reiterated the need for collective action to prevent the introduction of genetically modified organisms into the food system until thorough investigation confirms their safety for citizens. This was emphasized during a media chat on driving food security in Nigeria through policy change. Speaking at the event, the director of SEFSA highlighted the critical importance of public awareness and education in addressing food insecurity. The director also called on the government to enhance security for farmers and promote a return to traditional farming practices and locally produced crops as a pathway to sustainable food security.
Allowing foreign and non-state actors undue influence in your food sovereignty program and in your food systems, the time has come and now is for us to begin to review our policies in agriculture to ensure we achieve food sovereignty. During the last PDP administration, a misguided policy to remove restriction on areas of investment and maximum equity ownership in investment by foreign investors was enacted. And at the bottom of every policy is a belief, because man ultimately believes in something. And as media practitioners, we call on you to play the patriotic role of policy investigation, review and audit the policies that govern and direct this country, and openly educate the people on the pros and the cons. How can the USAID, who the US themselves have come to say that this organization has not been operating in their own interest? In other words, they don't even love their own country. Is it you that they are loving? How do we lean on a dry stick as a nation? By depending on our food and our drugs from an organization that doesn't even love their home country. So when we have farm security issues, how would farmers go to farm? And that is the biggest problem with food security. We call on the government to investigate all reported forms of terrorist funding in Nigeria. The House of Assembly to begin looking into the operations of international NGOs in Nigeria. We must also look at, very critically, banning explicitly genetically modified foods in Nigeria, placing a long-term moratorium on it until we can guarantee the safety of this technology. Because at the House of Assembly on the 19th of November, at the National Assembly on the 19th of November 2024, the various MDAs who promote GMOs in Nigeria were invited to the House, and they could not sufficiently convince even themselves that the GMOs were safe.
They are trying to use English to convince us that genetically modified organisms is good for our health, and at the same time that we should embrace it. There is one thing about some of our leaders in Nigeria. I know that they need to understand what these people are bringing to us, and we cannot buy it. They will think it through, that what is this guy talking about that is making him boldly talking about Bill Gates like this, because whatever it is we are discussing here today is centered around Bill Gates, and if this kind of person is pushing such agendas and Nigerians are not doing anything about it, it's not nice.